decision today. You should all be raising your hands. You made a decision to come here. And someone made a decision for my ugliest picture on that slide. So, in our modern world, we have a lot of decisions to make, don't we? If you think about it, not really. We have a lot of factors to factor into things. As a student, we have schoolwork, we have hobbies, extracurriculars, we have socializing. That's only the basics. As an adult, you consider continuing education maybe. You consider, and of course because that's expensive, you have to consider a career. And because you have a career, taxes. And then you realize, oh, wait, I need to eat. So you have to think about food. If you're a bit more forward thinking, you think about your nutrition. You think about a place to live. That's only internal. You look further beyond yourself. There's world issues, inflation, rising prices, global conflicts. The list goes on and on. And this is very confusing. It overwhelms us to the point where we cannot see it clearly, to the point of inaction. So, we don't do anything. We just go with the flow. We don't rock the boat. It's easier to not make a decision, because then the responsibility won't be on us. But that means there's no change. Now, I have a couple questions, and I would like some hands up, if you could. Think about them for me, all right? So first, who has done something wrong in their life? Most of us have. Now think about it. What did you do? What did you do? And think about what happened after. Why do you regret it? What was the consequence of that action? Do you realize that that consequence is most likely the reason why you no longer make that decision anymore? That decision has trapped you. That consequence has blocked you from ever making that decision again. Stops you from taking that risk. Keeps you safe. Keeps you insulated. Now, who's ever felt trapped? If you've been grounded, you've been trapped. But also emotionally, mentally, perhaps even intellectually, through a restriction of news and information. The world today, by design, has blocked us into this box where we are content to remain. We don't want to make decisions because that means we are taking responsibility for change. And change is bad. Is it? Not necessarily. So, in all these situations, you realized, oh dear, we don't want to make decisions. We don't want to take opportunities anymore. So, I want you all to take a step back. Let's take a step back from all this and remove ourselves from this world. Imagine a person. Imagine a person. I don't care what gender. Imagine a person, and this is you. In a new world, no responsibilities. Yeah, I'm about to give you responsibilities, but right now you have no responsibilities. You're a cop. I assume everyone here knows what a policeman is. You're a cop, and you have a family. You have friends. You have a pretty good life. And that's really good for you, because basically every crime in this country holds the death penalty. But you're still alive, so that's good, right? So, one day, you're doing your job. You're escorting prisoners to their location, to where they're going to be processed, when they, well, surprise, surprise, they escape. And to absolutely no one's surprise, I hope, being the escort when your prisoners escape carries the death penalty. Because what else would it? So, what do? Unfortunately, you're gonna have to make a decision. Let's look at your options. Let's look at the possibilities, what we can do. 1, you could do your job. You could do your job and recapture them, take them to where they belong. I'm sorry to tell you this, but there is a good 10, 15 of them, and they don't want to go back to jail. There's 1 of you. Your likelihood of survival isn't that high. Next, you could continue on to your location, to your destination. You are going to get executed when you get there, when you show up with no prisoners. You are going to die. C, well, if you're gonna die anyway, why not choose how you die? Not a great option. You're dead. That's not a good option. And D, run away. Very good option. You'll live. Your family won't. Because you don't have time to warn them. So, what would you all pick? A? No one? B? C? D? Yeah. It's a bit cold-hearted. So this is an actual situation, I'm sorry to tell you, faced by this guy. His name is Liu Bang, and he lives in 210 BCE in China. Now 210 BCE China has all the things I told you about. It has very strict laws. Basically, most crimes carry the death penalty. And to top it all off, the king just kicked the bucket. And his sons are doing what royal sons do best, fighting each other for the throne. So basically, there's no central government. Not a stable one anyway. So Liu looks at all these options. He has to make a decision. And he looks a little closer. He analyzes his possibilities. And he sees a little loophole in one of these options. Running away doesn't necessarily have to mean run away alone. Running away can mean running away in a group. But he doesn't have time to go get his family, does he? He doesn't. So he goes up to the prisoners and tells them, can I come with you? If I free you. If I free the rest of you, can I come with you? And the prisoners, well, they don't want to die. They say yes. So they take him, they grab his family, and now they're on the lam. So now they're on the run from the law. And Liu realizes he doesn't want that. He doesn't want to be on the run for his entire life. He doesn't want his family to grow up not knowing a stable home. So he looks around and sees another opportunity. He sees another possibility and a decision he can make that will change his life and the life of a whole country. He realizes, well, he's already slated for execution if he gets caught. Guess what also carries a sentence of execution? Rebellion. So, if he can mount a revolt and overthrow the king, and he becomes king, well, he won't be executed. Now, what could possibly go wrong here? You could get caught and you'd be killed, but if you get caught now, you're dead anyway. So, that's not that far of a leap. So, after a few very lengthy battles and a couple of measly little assassination attempts, he gets crowned. He becomes emperor. He becomes emperor after a very, very bad day at work and a couple of very far-reaching decisions. He becomes Emperor Han Gaozu of the Han Dynasty, and he brought a new golden age into Chinese history. All because of a few decisions, which could have backfired very badly, but it didn't. So, what does this mean for all of us today? Well, analyzing history has been known to be one of the best ways to avoid making mistakes, and that's something we use, again, still today. In Liu's case, he was absolutely overwhelmed. Think about it. He had his family to think of, he had his friends, he had his life, he had his career, and, well, he had to balance it all in a a political and physically perilous country. And he was able to fix it. He was able to see the possibilities, take the opportunity, making the decision to take that opportunity. We need to learn that. We need to learn to analyze possibilities, see little loopholes in everything. We need to be able to see the possibilities and take the decision, make the decision, no matter how risky it may be. Well, analyze the risks and make the decision to take that possibility and change it into an opportunity for all of us. Because that's the only way change is possible, for better or worse. When a possibility becomes an opportunity when all of us make our decisions. So we must take that step, no matter how risky it may be. Thank you.